My life started for me as a wild teenager, as a young girl doing wild things. At the age of 15, I decided to move out my parents' house, and it was because of a lot of things that was going on in my parents' house. My father was addicted to crack. My father's drug addiction led to him beating my mom with a hammer. Sometimes you don't think that it could get any worse. So at the age of 15, I decided to move out. I was running the streets for a very long time. I met a guy who I considered a square type dude. He wasn't from the hood. He came from a pretty decent background, and he was a truly good guy to me. You know, that's why I figured it was okay to deal with him. So we ended up moving in together, and not too long after that, I was pregnant, and that's where things changed. I never realized that how controlling he was until I had his son, where he wanted to control the money situation. He wanted to control where I was going. He wanted to control what I was wearing. He wanted to control my friends, who I was friends with. If he didn't like me hanging out with certain people, that would cause an argument. And I got tired of it. I decided to tell him one day that I was moving out and I was taking our son and I was leaving. Well, I figured, yes, we might have a little argument or something, but I would not figure that he would jump up and hit me and smack me and punch me. And me being the type of woman I am, I don't sit there and just take a hit. I don't sit there and just take a punch. So yes, we was fighting back. And then he picked up the vacuum cleaner that was in the living room where we was fighting at, and he started beating me with the vacuum cleaner. I remember waking up at Lincoln Hospital. I was being told that my arm was broken, that I had suffered a concussion, my lip was swollen, my eyes were swollen. I was a beat up mess. That's why I truly a mess. And right then at the hospital, the social worker at Lincoln Hospital told me about women against abuse. Because of my situation, I would be able to go into women against abuse emergency shelter, which helps women when they have to get out and they need to get out immediately. And I knew I had to get out. I knew I wasn't going back home. That first night at the shelter was a night that I'll never forget. I was mad. I was sad. I cried. I screamed. I went through an emotional roller coaster. I needed peace of mind. My first couple of days, it was a lot of people I came in contact with. One was the kitchen lady. She gave you hard-hitting, straight talk. All right, now it's time to toughen up, tough love. But she always did it at the right time where you need to hear it. Then the counselors. The counselors was, I think, the biggest part of my healing. The counselors and God. It's like it goes hand in hand. They let me get out the anger that I had, the sadness that I had. They made me feel like, one, I'm okay. It wasn't my fault. After they got that through my head, we started making plans. Okay, what am I going to do now? All right, the situation happened. Yes, I got some healing to go through. I got to have some issues. But what we're going to do, because reality is life still goes on. And after encouragement of the counselors, they said, well, even if you don't know what to do, just go take classes. So I just started taking classes, and some of the things that I was learning in school when I was taking these classes were, don't ever put yourself down. You can do anything that you set your mind and heart to. If there is a will, there is a way. I continued to go to college, and in 2007, I got my associate's degree. And that was one of the happiest moments in my life. As most women that enter into Women Against Abuse Emergency Shelter, I was a physical, emotional, and mental mess. But now, with the counseling of Women Against Abuse and God by my side, I am now an achiever. I am now not just a survivor of domestic violence, but I am a victor and I'm an overcomer.